Gold has performed incredibly well and may well continue. But from my analysis, the risk reward appears to be shifting. At the same time, Bitcoin has been consolidating, with historically has proceeded with some interesting moves. I've spent the last 72 hours running the numbers, talking to analysts, and I think I've identified some interesting conditions which could make this compelling for 2026. The setup is developing, catalysts are starting to align, and the asymmetry is starting to get very, very interesting. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 catalysts. So if I look at my portfolio allocation right now, I've made a decision which might sound counterintuitive. I'm seriously considering rotating a significant portion of my gold holdings into Bitcoin. I've spent the last 72 hours running the numbers, talking to analysts, and I think I've identified some interesting conditions which could make this compelling for 2026. Now, before we dive in, I do need to share a very important disclaimer with you. Of course, if you're watching this video, nothing is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and I am not telling you what to do with your money. Please do consult your own financial advisor. And of course, if you're watching this in the UK, UAE, or USA, this content is definitely not aimed at you. Please do not watch or engage with my content whatsoever. So this is just me basically sharing my thought process and what I'm doing personally. Do not follow along in my actions. Gold has been incredible. New all-time highs, silver has been ripping, central banks are buying aggressively. But here's what I noticed. Gold may be pricing in a lot of its uncertainty already. At the same time, Bitcoin has been consolidating, with historically has proceeded with some interesting moves. I've been observing this pattern in 2020 and 2016, and the setups have similarities worth examining. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 catalysts I'm watching, the math on this potential rotation, and of course, an Altcoin update. If you're ready to dive in, make sure you're subscribed. And as always, guys, sit back, relax, and get ready for the video. Let me show you the current setup. Gold is around $5,200, up over 40% in just 6 months. Bitcoin is hovering around $88,000, down around 15% as we know from recent highs. On the surface, gold looks like the winner. But here's what's interesting. When the gold to Bitcoin ratio reach extreme levels like now, historically, Bitcoin has outperformed in the following 6 to 12 months. We saw this in 2020 when gold hit $2,000. We saw it in 2016. The pattern is worth noting. On the short-term charts, Bitcoin is consolidating between 86.5 and 89, and I'm watching the $91,000 level. If we break and hold above that, this could really play a path up to $97,000 and potentially even, who knows, new all-time highs. Of course, on the counter side, Bitcoin could definitely drop below that and see a dump towards the downside. Gold is getting extremely extended technically. The RSI has been in overbought territory for weeks, with divergences appearing absolutely everywhere. This doesn't necessarily mean gold will crash, of course, but the risk reward is definitely shifting. If someone buys gold at $5,200 hoping for $6,000 gold, that's about a 15% gain. If Bitcoin reclaims its previous relationship to gold, the scenario could be quite different. That's the asymmetry I find very, very interesting when analyzing. Let me walk you through 5 catalysts which I'm watching. First, geopolitical de-escalation. Gold is being a bid on extreme uncertainty. Tariffs, conflicts, dollar concerns. If we see progress on peace deals or tariff negotiations, risk assets historically perform well. This could happen quickly with major news headlines. Secondly, Federal Reserve policy. I'm watching for continued rate cuts or regular clear guidance of an easing cycle. Bitcoin has historically performed well in monetary conditions, and the market is pricing in 3 rate cuts by the end of 2026. If that increases to 4 or 5, that is definitely noteworthy. Third, institutional accumulation. I'm looking for sustained net inflows into Bitcoin ETFs over 30 days. If BlackRock, Fidelity, and others consistently add to positions week after week, that suggests that institutionals are in fact interested. I have alerts for 3 consecutive weeks of net inflows above 500 million. Fourth, on-chain strength. I'm looking for whales accumulating rather than distributing. Long-term holder supply increasing and exchange balances to be dropping, indicating people are moving Bitcoin potentially to cold storage. Of course, the data is mixed, but showing the early positive signs is of course interesting. And fifth, the price confirmation. I'm watching for Bitcoin to reclaim above $94,000 and hold on to it for at least 5 days or so. That's the range high for our current consolidation. Once we break and hold above that level, it would suggest that the market structure may have shifted from bearish to bullish. This is a technical signal I find useful because it shows the actual market behavior. Now let's take a look at the math because it's interesting. Say someone has $100,000 in gold. Gold could realistically hit $6,000 over the next year. That's about a 15% gain, bringing the position to $115,000. But if Bitcoin simply returns its ratio against gold from December 2024, Bitcoin could be around $200,000. That's a potential 130% gain, turning that hypothetical 100K into 230. The potential opportunity cost is absolutely significant. Now, Bitcoin is obviously way more volatile, way more risky, and you could of course lose all your money with Bitcoin. It could go to zero. However, the potential returns are better, and that's why potential investors are interested in it. The point is, from a pure math perspective, the asymmetry is very, very interesting. And here's another angle. Gold has added trillions to its market cap in this run. Bitcoin's entire market cap is still only 1.7 trillion. Just 2% of gold's gains moving into Bitcoin could significantly push the price higher. This shows the relative size difference between Bitcoin and between gold and how it can change when sentiment shifts. Of course, gold and Bitcoin are very different assets. Bitcoin is much more riskier and has not really, in some people's eyes, proven itself yet compared to gold. That's why Bitcoin, you could potentially lose everything. Now, let's continue that track. Many people are saying that Bitcoin has lost its digital gold narrative, but I think it's very, very short-sighted. Bitcoin is digital gold for the digital economy, not a direct replacement for physical gold. There are two different markets. Central banks buy gold for physical vaults. That is not changing. But the next generation, tech entrepreneurs, AI companies, digital narrative institutions, they may prefer Bitcoin because it's programmable, portable, and native to the digital world, unlike gold. Bitcoin doesn't need to be perfectly correlated with gold to be successful. It's growing exponentially. We're moving into an AI-driven world where energy and computation are, of course, key resources. Bitcoin's proof of work is literally proof of energy expenditure. Gold can't be verified by AI, transmitted over the internet, or programmably allocated. Bitcoin can. So while gold serves as the traditional system and it does very well for that, of course Bitcoin serves much better for the newer system and the more modern generation. Of course, we need to talk about the risks. There are scenarios where staying in gold could be much better. Major geopolitical escalation, complete financial system collapse, or quantum computing even threatens Bitcoin security before solutions are implemented. While very, very far-fetched, these things could potentially happen. These are all tail risks, definitely worth mentioning, but I try not to invest primarily based on tail risks. What seems more probable is that geopolitical tensions ease somewhat, the Fed continues cutting rates, and we potentially enter a more risk-on environment in the second half of 2026. My personal invalidation point is clear. If Bitcoin breaks below 80K and holds for more than a few days, that signals my analysis is completely wrong. That level represents a breakdown on the consolidation structure. I'd rather take a small loss than hold through a prolonged downturn. I never really try to marry my positions. I have clear invalidation levels and definitely respect them. My personal plan is potentially rotate a proportion of my gold into Bitcoin with several catalysts, which I have confirmed in this video. Of course, always do your own research. I am definitely not a financial advisor, and just because I do something doesn't mean you should do it. You should always consult your financial advisor. And of course, if you're in the UK, USA, or UAE, please do not watch or engage with my content. So a quick altcoin update. While everyone's focused on gold versus Bitcoin, certain altcoins are quietly setting up. First of all, Ethereum significantly underperformed Bitcoin, but the ETH-BTC ratio is at levels we haven't really seen since 2020. Right before Ethereum had a strong run, if Bitcoin starts running again and the risk appetite returns, Ethereum has historically shown potential to way outperform. Second, Solana. We've been consolidating between $110 and $140 for weeks, with signs of great accumulation in these stages. There's significant volume on Solana dexes and institutional interest through ETF filings. If Solana breaks above $150 with its volume, it could really present an interesting technical setup. For specific setups, I'm also watching other altcoins as well. If you would like that, I can definitely share that in a further video. To wrap up, I want to be clear about my perspective. I am definitely not anti-gold. I have gold, I hold gold myself, myself, gold has performed incredibly well and may well continue. But from my analysis, the risk reward appears to be shifting. The setup is developing, catalysts are starting to align, and the asymmetry is starting to get very, very interesting. When these 5 catalysts confirm, I'm planning to consider a rotation. This is my personal strategy based on my own risk tolerance. Of course, everyone's risk tolerance and situation is different, and I'll be tracking these catalysts absolutely on a daily basis. Once again, guys, I want to confirm that nothing in this video is, of course, financial advice. I'm not a personal financial advisor. I'm not any kind of financial advisor. I'm just a guy in his office talking about crypto and documenting my journey. I really do hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know down below in the comments if you are in fact holding Bitcoin, holding gold. Are you selling gold to buy Bitcoin? Are you selling Bitcoin to buy gold, holding silver, wanting to get into copper? What are you doing? Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to hear from you. And as always, guys, I really appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.